136 inquiries in the last 3 years.
I have a few people here that's telling me that I give out bad financial advice.
Some people damage their credit by accident. Others treat it like a full-time hobby.
Hey Dan, I got a customer from TikTok who just filled out an application on the STI.
Okay. Whoa. He's got a 391 credit score. It's not the lowest I've ever seen, but it's up there. 136 inquiries in the last 3 years. Jeez. 72 inquiries in the last 6 months. So he's shopping with no luck. I don't want to say anything's impossible, but this seems like a very impossible scenario. Do we have a very large down payment?
A 391 credit score is about as bad as it gets. That actually takes some dedication to get it that low. A lot of people have a higher score after a bankruptcy. And with 136 inquiries over the last few years, he's not even given his credit score a chance to recover.
He wants to put 12 grand down.
12 grand? That's better. I mean, that gives this at least some semblance of hope. We're asking about 30 grand for the car, 12 grand down. He's not financing a whole lot of money, but there's a lot of really like negative things on his credit that is weighing this down. So, I mean, 12 grand down, I guess we stand some sort of a chance. Yeah. So let me submit it. Our subprime lenders that like this kind of stuff, and see if anybody bites. All right, so obviously the credit score was a little bit of a shock to us, but I'm going to work it just like every other deal. 12 grand down, I got nothing. No one's biting on it.
Dang.
$12,000 cash will get you a great used vehicle. I could easily find something decent for that price, maybe two. There's really no need to finance anything, especially with a credit score that bad. The interest rate would be ridiculous, and adding another loan just makes the situation worse.
However, I don't even know if this is an option for him. I do have an approval with 20K down. They're basically willing to give him 10 Gs. This is probably more like a buy here, pay here type customer, which obviously, as you know, we don't do. See if he's got 20 grand. I mean, he's got 12, maybe he's got 20.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, I can get him approved. It's not going to be a huge kind of stepping stone for him because he's already got a lot of negative on there, but it's a start. It's a start to start rebuilding. I mean, he's got to start somewhere. This is, I don't say this like to mock or make fun of, but this is one of the worst credit situations that I've seen.
It's surprising to me that anyone would even consider lending him money, but it seems like anyone gets approved these days. There's always someone willing to make the numbers work, even when they shouldn't. Longer terms, higher rates, or even a bigger down payment. Nothing solves a financial problem like making it bigger.
Yeah. And this is a really, really impossible scenario to get out of without a boatload of money out of pocket. In this case, $20,000. So if he's got it, we can do it. Yeah, that's the approval that I got, 20K. If he's got it, let me know. I'll go over numbers with you at that point, but just see if that's even feasible for him.
12K's all in for him. That was everything that he had.
Yeah, usually when they give you a specific number like that, like they're giving you everything they got, right?
And he did say he was really appreciative that we even came back with an approval and worked his deal.
Not having enough money actually helped him out here. Hopefully he doesn't keep looking. But with 136 inquiries, he's probably added a few more. Eventually he'll find someone to approve a high interest loan when he could have just settled for a $5,000 car and keep that money where it should be, in his account.
Hello?
Hey, me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. So I got you approved. The approval is, the interest rate is higher, but again, the credit is not the best. I'm going to be upfront with you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sugarcoat.
I already know. It's not. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just don't want to sugarcoat anything. So they got you approved for 48 months. The interest rate is 25.99%, and the payment is $310 a month. It's for 48 months. That's with $3,500 down.
It's not the biggest car payment, but the interest rate is insane. Nobody should even consider a rate that high. Of course, that's what bad credit gets you. You're a risk to the lender, and they reward that risk by making you pay a lot of money to borrow even a small amount.
Yeah.
If that works for you,
that would hopefully the least I would give you. I might be able to do more, and then that car costs a little bit more than the other one. So okay.
So with all that, if you're okay with that, then we can proceed. All I need from you is a W-2 pay stub and your driver's license.
All right, no problem. How much was it a month?
$310 a month.
Okay, cool.
The focus always seems to be the monthly payment. You almost never hear anyone ask how much the interest will cost over the course of the loan. And for this loan, it's going to cost around $4,700 total. If you average it out across the loan, close to $100 of his payment is going towards interest. That's money just thrown away.
A few months ago, my husband and I sold our brand new, beautiful car so that we could drive a car that was over 10 years old because we wanted to get rid of our car payments. And 6 months later, I have to say I 100% am so happy that we did it. I don't have my Bluetooth, I don't have heated seats, I don't have my backup camera, and I literally do not even care. I am so happy that we made this decision. Of course, we lost a little bit of money in the process, but it's been so amazing having that extra money every single month to put towards savings or to have extra money to spend on things, especially as a stay-at-home mom.
It's nice seeing someone that doesn't mind driving an older car. You don't find too many videos of people talking about it. It's easy finding people showing off new vehicles, their bad credit car loans, or talking about how much their payment is. But not too many people brag about the car they bought for cash.
The feeling of not having a car payment, like one less payment every single month towards debt, is so refreshing, so nice. It makes me feel so much better about myself and our family and where we're at, like currently, like financially, and the freedoms that we are able to have. And I'm just here to encourage you that, like, if you can do it, because it feels so good. This is the first time we've never not had a car payment. Except for like maybe 6 years ago, but we typically went from having new car after new car and after new car just for fun. And like, I freaking love my 2006 car that has literally like nothing.
Having no car payment doesn't get old, and it makes such a difference in people's finances. Keeping a few $100s a month instead of sending it to the bank can really change things. That's thousands of dollars a year that stays in someone's account instead of disappearing into interest and depreciation. It might not be the most exciting option, but your bank account will appreciate it.
I want to talk about the importance of having an extended warranty. If you buy a new car today, a 2024 or newer, it has hundreds of computers. So this Lincoln's in for an issue with the sound. It's making a beeping sound inside because a computer module is being confused. So far, we've spent 4 full days working on it, and all we have done is worked with a laptop on updating software and updating modules.
4 days just updating software. That would be very costly without a warranty. All this added technology is one of the big reasons I don't want to waste money on newer vehicles. They've really gone overboard with things we don't need. For me, they just aren't worth the money. I'm perfectly happy with something basic. Heated seats and a backup camera is all I need.
If you were to have this vehicle in service and don't have it under factory warranty or don't have an extended warranty, something as simple as electronics not working, we're not even replacing a physical part, you could have a $4,000 or $5,000 bill just from the software time of diagnosing which module needs updated, which one needs reprogrammed. The auto industry is just putting tons of tech. Check out this screen in here. From side to side, you've got electronics. Any of these components can fail. If you're not ready to spend $4,000 or $5,000 to replace these things, make sure you have an extended warranty.
Touchscreens for everything, dozens of sensors, cameras all over the car, software controlling half the systems. It might look impressive when a vehicle is brand new, but all that technology eventually becomes something else that can fail. Cars used to be fairly simple machines, basic controls, fewer electronics, and most problems could be fixed with normal tools. Now they're starting to feel more like computers on wheels.
Today we were able to help out a customer in active bankruptcy get into a brand new vehicle with no money out of pocket. So obviously the customer is super happy we were able to help them out. They fell on harder times and things got rough financially, which we've all gone through problems in our lives, you know. So we were able to get this person into a brand new vehicle and they were ecstatic, especially no money out of pocket. Got them into a brand new Equinox and now they're on the road and ready to go.
Bankruptcy, no money down, and a brand new car. Somehow this is supposed to be a good thing. It's not. It's probably one of the worst things they could have done. As soon as they wipe out the debt, if you can even call it that, he was willing to jump right back into it.
And I was just surprised and happy that we were able to work up something like that. You know, a lot of times we are able to help people out in bankruptcies, but not always in a new car, not always with no money out of pocket. So it was awesome to be able to work out that kind of deal for somebody.
It's not the salesman's job to worry about the customer's finances, but I wonder if he even understands something like this was a bad idea. He seems to think he's done something good, helped someone out. But really it's the complete opposite. He's helped them get right back into debt. The exact thing that caused bankruptcy in the first place.
I have a few people here that's telling me that I give out bad financial advice. But if you think you're finna come over here and have an 800 credit score and I'm finna help you budget your paycheck or save some money, you in the wrong side of TikTok. You know what? Let me take the time out to reintroduce myself. My name is Shay and I stay in Mississippi. I find ways to help you rob Peter to pay Paul. Meaning I help you make financial decisions so you can make it to the next day, week, or month.
I think one of the biggest problems I had in the past was thinking this way, week to week, month to month. I didn't look at the bigger picture. I was just thinking about getting through the next bill or the next expense. As long as everything was covered at the time, it felt like everything was fine. But looking back, that way of thinking makes it really easy to fall behind financially.
I'm not rich and life still be lifing. A lot of us got a lot of stuff going on right now and we not worried about no debt. People need to pay their rent today. People need to pay their car notes today. People need to make groceries for their house today. So if you in a bind and you ask me, friend, I need to pay my car note. What can I do? Go to Walmart and get a money order. Friend, I'm behind on my rent. How can I pay it? Download the rent app. Download Flix. If all else fails, go to Walmart and get a money order. Use these buy now, pay later apps to pay your bills. If you don't have a physical card, go get a gift card and then turn that gift card into a money order and turn that money order into cash.
It's kind of crazy to think this way, but a lot of people do, and I did it too. The temporary solution to not having enough money is to borrow and end up with even less. It makes no sense.
That's the type of advice that I'm giving right now. So if you don't appreciate it, just unfollow me, block me, do whatever you gotta do. I honestly don't care. The people that get it, get it. And I can honestly say the people that really need help really appreciate my content. And there's some people that say I give bad advice but still watch my videos because they enjoy my personality. And I really appreciate you.
Now, I don't think she gives good financial advice, but she's a lot of fun to watch. The biggest issue is borrowing isn't going to help anyone. Buy now, pay later, payday loans, whatever it is, it doesn't actually solve the problem. But so many people follow her advice because they're only thinking about the short term. They listen, borrow the money, and pay what they need to, not realizing they're putting themselves into an even worse position.
I'm not at the stage in my life where I'm making $200,000 a year. I'm not making $35 an hour or more. At this point in my life, I'm blessed, but I could be doing better. And I know how it feels to not have the things that you want and you need, especially if you have kids, because everybody can't get on government assistance. But yeah, we gonna make it work, and I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing to help the next person.
Everyone's situation is different. People have different incomes, different responsibilities, and different priorities when it comes to money. And because of that, people tend to look at financial decisions very differently. What seems reasonable to one person might not make much sense to someone else. Some people are comfortable taking on payments or debt, while others would rather avoid it altogether. But it's always interesting hearing how different people think about money and the choices they make. If you want to see more, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.